Yo guys, it's Kongru here. Welcome back to the Kylo Ren channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Rey Palpatine, Rey Skywalker, Rey Shadow Legends, whatever you want to call it, okay? I'm talking about Rey today. Okay. So I really have to put a disclaimer here and just say Rey is not a good character, guys. She's not a very good character for multiple reasons. But let's get into it. Force Awakens, let's go. Force Awakens, I think Rey was actually really good. I think the introduction to Rey was really good. The first half of the film, she's going through some real lonesome problems, right? She's a really lonely girl. She's been out on Jakku for quite a while, obviously abandoned and left to scavenge and fend for herself, right? So you see that a lot in the first sort of 20 minutes. Even to the point where she doesn't like holding Finn's hand, she doesn't want that contact, she doesn't know that contact sort of thing. That was really nice. And her relationship with Finn, in The Force Awakens I'm talking about, right? Her relationship with Finn actually goes places. They have a lot of chemistry, Daisy Ridley and John Boyega. And yeah, I really thought that Rey's love interest at that point of The Force Awakens would be Finn. So you get to the last half of Force Awakens and it starts really going downhill for her when Kylo Ren captures her, right? So Kylo Ren captures her and then she's able to use the Force in crazy ways when she has no training. I know it's a done to death point, but even if you're Anakin Skywalker, the Chosen One, you need training. You can't just do Jedi mind tricks and... You can't do it, okay? Like, that's been established in like everything that we see in Star Wars, okay? You can't get force powers out of your ass. That's well established. But this is what happens for Rey, right? She gets the Jedi mind trick and she gets out of that torture cell, and then she sort of just goes from strength to strength in that film, right? She beats Kylo Ren. Her flying skills in the Millennium Falcon are just next level. She's a better flyer than Han Solo and Poe put together. It's just as simple as that. She's a better flyer than Anakin, and look at the feats that Anakin was doing as a little boy. So yeah, there is that. And yeah, she essentially, The Force Awakens sets her up that she is a very powerful person. And I would just like to say that just because you're powerful in the Force doesn't necessarily mean that your parent is someone who is also powerful in the Force. Never. And I'm telling you this right now, that has never been done in... I mean, you can even look at Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker wasn't that powerful in A New Hope. He was only powerful once he trained a bit with Yoda. And then he could do Force Choke and all that stuff in Return of the Jedi. Luke Skywalker did not have like Jedi mind trick in A New Hope, for instance. So... yeah, so Rey is just, at the end of Force Awakens, she is a very powerful Jedi who has raw power, and if she just has a training partner, she would go crazy. And then you think, oh crap, Luke Skywalker's gonna train this girl. Oh my god, this is, oh man, this is gonna be next level. Rey is gonna be so powerful. Luke doesn't train her, but she still becomes immensely powerful in The Last Jedi. She handles Praetorian guards by herself. She beats Luke Skywalker by herself. She beats Luke Skywalker, right? She beats Kylo Ren again. Nothing to see there. She's always doing that. So she beats Kylo Ren again, and she just doesn't have a problem. She lifts those rocks with the Force again. She's not... No one has trained this girl in Force levitation, but she can levitate all of those rocks. It took Yoda. Yoda had to strain to lift the X-Wing, and she's just doing it without training, willy-nilly. And it's just like, Rey, her strength is unparalleled in The Last Jedi, except for Princess Leia. Princess Leia does the Mary Poppins Force trick, and that is the most powerful Force ability that's ever been seen in Star Wars. So yeah, the only thing that rivals Rey's power is that one time Leia did, like, saved her own life, and no one else's. But this isn't about Leia, this is about Rey, right? So The Last Jedi cemented Rey as the most powerful Force user in the universe, maybe the most powerful Force user ever. Because she still hasn't been trained, guys. This is my point. She still hasn't been trained, and she's showing feats that Jedi Masters couldn't do when they'd been trained for like 40, 50 years. Rey is so strong. Like, her force powers are so strong. And I'm focusing on this, but the thing is, Rey doesn't have an actual character arc. The only character arc she has is that who her parents are, basically. That is her biggest character arc. Where do I come from? Like, where are my origins? And that's a good way to go into the Rise of Skywalker, right? So the Rise of Skywalker, her origins are known, she's Palpatine. But I told you already, just because you're powerful in the Force does not mean you came from someone powerful in the Force, right? And we know that Palpatine's kids weren't powerful in the Force, so I guess that makes sense, right, guys? But Kylo Ren said that her parents were nobodies, but they clearly, well, I guess in the Last Jedi they probably were nobodies at that point, but JJ wanted to go his own way. I'm only looking at it from the story aspects, so it is what it is, right? So Kylo lied to her, but he wasn't lying to her at the same time. It was like that sort of, oh yeah, I didn't tell you a lie, but I didn't tell you the truth either, sort of thing. I didn't tell you the whole truth. So yeah, she's a Palpatine, and I guess so people have something to say, oh, this is why she's so powerful. It's just handled bad. I know in The Last Jedi, her power is explained that when the dark rises, light will rise to meet it. So, for instance, Kylo's getting so powerful that she just comes into power, but she's always being Kylo. Like, make no mistake, there's no power equality there. Like, she has way more power than Kylo Ren does, or she just can control it better, even though she hasn't been trained. And Kylo's been trained by Luke Skywalker and a clone of Palpatine, so it is what it is, right? In The Rise of Skywalker, she shows even crazier force ability, mind-blowing force abilities. She does force lightning. She does force lightning when she's trying to force pull, which is an equal force pull with Kylo Ren. She squeezes too hard and lightning comes out. Jesus. When a light side user is using force lightning, and I'd just like to say, force lightning, it pulls on all of your hatred, right? You have to put all of your hatred in it, and it's one of the strongest and most powerful Sith techniques. You have to put all your hatred in it, but Rey gets it by sort of squeezing too hard. That just shows to me how powerful she is. That just tells me that this girl is just, she is so powerful. So powerful. It's unbelievable. That's all I have to say about Rey, really, because she doesn't really have a character arc that I can sink my teeth into. She becomes a godlike being, a godlike Jedi from Last Jedi onwards. And she still, well, she gets her training in the third episode, right? She gets her training from Leia, which I guess you can say, oh, okay, yeah, she got some training at least, so that makes sense. And Leia is like one of the most strongest force users in existence. So, I mean, it still doesn't explain why she just squeezes out lightning. Force lightning, guys, come on. Come on. Just stick the light, keep the, like, force lightning is not a family trait. You don't just get force lightning because your granddad could do force lightning. You have to train. You have to. Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense. And that's why Rey doesn't make sense. She's never been trained, and she just has godlike powers. So of course she does take the Rey Skywalker name in the end. I don't know why the Skywalkers are really good with that, because basically it means Palpatine won in the end. But yeah, hopefully she makes her own Jedi Order and she trains people like her, because that would be the most broken Jedi Order in Star Wars history. But yeah, I implore you just to go back and just look at it as, okay, I'm gonna see the story beats for Rey, only Rey. Just what is Rey's story? You'll pretty much be like me, where it's just like she's just a powerful force user, and that's all I got. That's what I've seen from Rey. So Raid Shadow Legends, man, get it. But yeah, I think that's all I have for today. I have been Congru. It's been the Kylo Ren channel, and I will see you in the next video.